All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I'm sorry I was on BP time because I had forgotten to put on my shirt. Hold on, first, before I get it started, this is African Superstar situation right here. Black love or stay single. Hold on, let me zoom in. Black love or stay single. There you go. Black love or stay single, everybody. That's the movement.
This is available on my website, www.theafrikansuperstar.com. I do want to take this opportunity to thank my brother. We sent him a complimentary Black Love or Stay Single shirt because, you know, he's an international sex symbol, you know, motivational speaker, philanthropist, you know what I'm saying? So we want to show our appreciation from the AfrikanSuperstar.com. You know, we promote Black love. Is very important, and I want to thank you for having me on your show so we can talk about this. So I hope you enjoy your shirt. Again, you guys, I have many styles, lots of colors. These are unisex, so you can actually.
That jacket is fly. I like that jacket.
Hey, see, I told you to look on my website and see what you wanted.
Yeah, hold on. After the show, I gotta get with you. We'll talk after the show. But that jacket is dope. I gotta get that jacket.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually got these masks. You know, this is the quad mask. It's got 4 masks. I got a lot of dope stuff on my website. So yeah, but we'll talk later.
Okay, I definitely caught me a jacket for when it kind of cools down. That shit is dope. That shit is hot. That shit's fire.
You know, I feel real Master P-ish. You know what I'm saying? When I wear my own clothing.
You got these shades and everything.
Yeah. I feel real Master P-ish. That's why I put glasses out. You know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, that shit is dope. That's dope. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay, go to dynastymirror.com as well. Go get you some books, get you some clothes, and go to dynastymirror.com. Also the Patreon. Somebody said Black Love or Die Trying. That's the next shirt. That's for you. Hold on. I might. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Let me interject. I might take that one. Can I take that one, Jenna? Or do you want that one? I did say you can have it.
Bro, that one is hard. That is hard, bro. Listen, I'm not greedy because listen.
Okay.
YouTube community.
Listen, I'm gonna text my guy right now.
Yeah, there's enough for us all to eat out here.
There we go. But I just wanted to clear with you first because I said
yeah. That's hot. That's hot. That's
Black
hot.
Love or Die Trying. While he does up, the shirt will be up in the next day or two. Go to dynastymirror.com. Hold on, let me text my guy real quick.
Hey, I ain't even mad at you, bro. Let's team up and make this thing happen. You know,
Black love or Die Trying. I love it.
Black love from the Black male perspective because we are not enemies. I saw your post the other day, Dynas, about we are not enemies, we're teammates.
Yeah, man.
That is definitely truth. We need each other to replenish our community and things like that. And that's one of the things I have made this collection. A lot of people talk about, oh, you know, we need to make inclusive products. I've had a lot of people, oh, Gina, you know, mixed race people are going to feel some kind of way. And I'm like, this isn't about them.
Right.
You know, this is promoting our people, our welfare. It's a novelty product. If it doesn't apply to you, you don't have to purchase it. But I am going to make something bold, you know, trendy, fashionable that we can have a social message just by our clothing. You know, so that's where I kind of came up with this concept. It was actually a Corona creation. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the think tank.
Me too.
Yeah. I know. I've seen you. You know, really, you start doing your morning messages. You know, you got the t-shirt line up. Finally, we've been telling Dynas to do the t-shirt line for a long time. You know, y'all know he's very headstrong. So I see you promoting the books, the Carrot Bar. So you know, it's all about entrepreneurship. It's the way of the future. Right. You can't really get around it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So tell us the you know, behind the inspiration behind the Black Love.
Here we go. Dynas, look. The last time I was talking about Black love.
Black love. This is about the Black love.
Well, essentially, we do have a lot of mutual viewers, but for anybody who's not familiar with me, my name is Gina Ifoe. I am the one and only African Superstar. I am also a YouTuber, international motivational speaker, CEO, designer. You know, the list goes on. African connoisseur. I also heavily travel to the continent. And actually, last autumn, I was with Prince Dynastamir and his kingdom. It was super lit. We did a lot of collab videos. But essentially, where I came up with this particular thing is I launched my own website November 2019. I do also source products directly from the continent, from Kenya and Ghana, which is, you know, two of the places that I frequent very often, coming up with actual custom products. So I basically have a, you know, a cross-reference type of business. I offer these products, which I will be providing them on the content when I'm able to return back to Ghana. I'm going to expand my textile business on the ground in Ghana, but basically I offer African goods to members of the diaspora that can't get them. And then I have these products, which, you know, for anybody who goes to the continent, we know Western styles and fashion is big on the continent. You know, traditional prints, especially in West Africa, are very, very popular. So to come in and try to sell them to local people could potentially be a challenge. However, these kind of products, you know, I get a lot of demand all over the continent. Even somebody from Ethiopia that could barely speak English was like, "Where can buy dress?" I was like, "Yeah, okay."
What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
Where can buy dress?
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
So where can buy dress? So
Okay.
you know, we can actually you know, provide, you know, nice products on the continent to our, you know, so that's how my business works. Now this actual, like I said, this is a Corona creation. On my platform, we actually started doing something back in April called the 6-month challenge. And basically, a lot of people were, you know, confused and worried about Corona. So I kind of challenged my audience to focus on a few areas that they were going to put a lot of attention to for 6 months. So from April to September. And one of the things that was on my particular list was to expand the products on my website and to generate additional sales. So I actually created the designs. I did not hire a designer. I actually created all the designs of the African inspired clothing on my website. I offer backpacks, fanny packs, cups. I offer men's clothing. I offer cell phone covers. You know, I have a variety of products, and that was one of my things. And so what I wanted to do was promote Black love in a very fashionable way. This sends a very bold message without saying a word. You know, Black people, we love bold clothing, you know, and we have been some of the biggest advertisers for these other people's brands, especially like high fashion. And they don't include us. They don't even advertise to us or showcase us among their, you know, models and all that stuff. So I wanted to produce a product that I love, that I would actually wear, that I would actually, you know, like you said, see people, you know, before we got on the show, I said, Dinus, how you like your shirt? He's like, man, I love this shirt. And actually, Tawo got this same shirt. She sent me a picture. Yeah, Tawo got that same style, and she loves it too. So it makes me feel great to know that I offer a product that's high quality, that people love. It's not cheap, you know what I'm saying? Like not cheaply made, very high quality, good colors. You know, I took a lot of time to produce these things for us, by us, and against all odds, all my customers to date have been other Black people. You know, so I'm also dispelling the myth that we don't support each other. I don't actually believe that. I believe that we have the potential and the capability, and I've created this line with that anticipation. I do also offer Black Lives Matter products. I offer Pan-African shirts. I have other Black love, you know, products that I'm looking to expand, but I do have a variety. And then I also have obviously African Superstar logo shirts, cups, and bags. If you just want to support, you know, my logo is the star. And so, you know, I have those products as well. So that's a little introduction.
Now, hit that like button and make sure you share and subscribe as well. Now, Jenna, tell people, you know, the situation with corporate America. 'Cause I was telling people my story, how it was risky for me to travel to Africa and speak up because, you know, my corporate job was on the line. Now I didn't get fired. I know that played a huge reason of why I didn't get promoted. You, on the other hand, they were snooping through your page and
They actually, it's funny you bring that up, Dynas, because I actually my most recent position, I did work in corporate America when I used to live in America.
Mhm.
I'm born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, and I used to work for JP Morgan Chase. And just like you talked about, it's such a volatile environment.
Mhm.
If they're not basically controlling your life, what you wear, where you go, how you manage your social media, they're not giving you raises. They're not, the upper mobility is not there. You're not qualified. You don't have the experience. It's so volatile. And then in addition to that, what Fitzgerald talks about all the time is the climate.
Right.
I worked in banking, so banks are absorbing each other. They're going out of business. They're merging, all this kind of stuff. So it's not the kind of environment where you can just kind of get in there and say, you know what, I'm going to work here until I retire. It's stable, it's secure. To be honest, I never really saw entrepreneurship in my future as well. When I went to the university and started my career, I had every intention.
Where'd you go to college at, Jenna?
I went to University of Cincinnati. Yeah, I went to University of Cincinnati. And then I also went to ITT Tech for computers and project management, because when you guys go to my website, www.theafrikansuperstar.com, it's African with a K, okay, not a C.
Mhm.
See the K.
Right.
Um, so basically, I built that website. I did go to school for computers, so I actually produced my own website as well. And I didn't have any intention of doing the things I'm doing right now, but
Right.
as I got older, I realized, what, to have freedom, like you said, to have freedom, to have your voice, to have a little bit more security. If you're in the driver's seat, both you and I are very ambitious. I mean, you are total salesman. You have a track record of that, but we are very ambitious people. And so when you're in the driver's seat, you feel a lot more confident because you know that you're putting in your effort and you can actually be compensated for the effort that you put in versus you putting in the effort for someone else's company, someone else's entity.
Mhm.
Um, so I essentially I left America. I moved to the UK in 2017. Basically, the environment was very stifling. Like Dynas mentioned, I want to be able to travel more often. Here in Europe, we are able to travel a lot more. They provide you a lot more, time through your job and things like that. So I actually came up with a very unconventional plan. I felt very targeted in the corporate environment. So when I came to England, I wanted to be very much under the radar. So I took a job at a local mental hospital,
Mhm.
and that is where I was working until this January when I think it was Dynas. I actually think Dynas is part of the reason because
That is what? Hold
yeah,
on.
I'm
That is
blaming. I gotta blame you because what happened was basically I had like this facade at work. Like people didn't even know I was the African superstar. Like I didn't tell them about my social media. I was traveling very, very
I'm
often.
gonna tell you something funny. So back when I started going on my path while I was at corporate America, people were telling me, "Dynast man, don't put out your true identity when you put your stuff out there. Don't reveal who you truly are. Go by like a pseudonym and all this other stuff." I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I'm
Well, I was fortunate because people just were not, I don't know, they weren't inquisitive to what I was doing. Although I knew in America, for instance, I was traveling so heavily that if I were trying to do that in America, people would be asking me what I was doing, where I was going. But here in Europe, I mean, they just didn't inquire. But actually, what happened was when I came back from Nigeria,
Mhm.
I think we did it too hard. See, so
Too
I think
hard.
somebody was
We
watching
didn't
my
go hard
video.
enough. We didn't go hard enough.
Bro, listen, because I'm telling you, if you could see how I live here, I live very modestly. Like you would see me on the street, you wouldn't know it was me, and it's all deliberate. Um, so when they found out I was the African superstar, that was the problem. They saw we was in the palace. Somebody reported my channel. So I came back from Nigeria. That was in November. I got suspended from my job on December 20th, right? I come back. They have like about 10 pages full of verbatims from my channel. One of the things that I said that they didn't like was that I don't trust white people, that they were so offended by that. And so basically they said that because I was caring for white people at my job, and most of my staff at the workplace was all white, that it was like a conflict of interest. That's what they said. So that happened in January. So since January, I have been pouring all that same energy
To
into,
yourself.
Yeah. My own, my clothing, and I have seen exponential growth. And I'm just like, everything happens for a reason, because they fired me, but then Corona came, and I wouldn't have necessarily wanted to be in that setting anyway, at a mental hospital with lots of patients and all kind of stuff. It's, not ideal. So I took an L and I made it a W,
All right, there you go. They turned that L into a W. Yeah, there we go.
That's what we do. Win. All we do is win. And actually, I do want to just take a moment out, and actually, my platform is the people that suggested this slogan. This is actually the slogan for my reality series with my significant other in Ghana, Love on the Continent.
Where's the wedding?
Man, bro, I look. Can we get the borders open? Can I even get back?
I mean, y'all want to do the wedding in Oruro? We want to do the wedding in Oruro?
You tripping? We cannot do that. These Ghanaians, you tripping. The next wedding in Oruro is your wedding.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Hey, what's on the other sleeve? Let me see the other sleeve.
On this one, I'm gonna get some extra products. I have the African Superstar, and then on the back, I have the mask on the back as well.
Okay, so Jenna, I'm gonna let you know right now. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some jackets made when it gets hot. When it gets colder, I'm gonna put the like all my slogans like on the jacket that I got for my shirts. Black. So the Black Love or Die Trying. Then I'm gonna have the Ile Amir logo.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put Prince Dynasty Amir on the sleeve.
Look at this guy, man.
I'm just letting you know. I'm biting you. I'm just letting you know.
You got designers, so I know they could come up with something creative. I did see your Mende shirt, which is really nice. I saw people were buying that as well, because they was in the comments like, I just bought one. I was like, oh, okay, I see Dynasty Mirror.
Hold on, we got our sister Kai. Everybody say hello to Kai, everybody.
Hi, Kai.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm good, sweetie. How are you? Good to see you again.
Same here. How are you doing, Dinus?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Always a pleasure joining you guys. Gina, anyway, you need to send me that, I need to sort that out, because it looks really, really cool.
Thank you.
Gina,
everybody needs to cop this. And I do want to say I have lots of styles. This is a black one. I have all colors, whatever color you like: green, yellow, orange, pink, blue, red. I got everything. I also have this banging Pan-African one, which is green. It's a Pan-African. It's so dope. So please check out my website. It's very, very dope. I'm not just making this up. I'm not making this up.
Hey, Jenna, are those Versace shades you got on? Versace shades?
No. Dinus, let's not talk about.
No, we're not doing that. Dinus,
I don't want to. On our social media. Okay, so let's not worry about the glasses. Okay, let's focus on the black glasses.
Somebody was asking, the glasses are dope. What kind of glasses are they? I'm trying to see the logo on this. So I'm trying to turn my head. I'm trying to see the logo. I'm trying to see.
You. This is going to spark a debate.
Is that Chanel?
No, it's Gucci.
Gucci. Okay, it's okay. It's all right. Listen.
People is emotional about. I'm sorry. I like hot designer sunglasses.
You like what you like. Mm-hmm. No, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Out of the 90s, man, I still, the hot sunglasses. I feel like Master P right now. So I need to be in this space to do the show.
You're good. You're fine. I got 2 pair of Gucci shoes. So I listen. This is what I do. I keep it as black as possible. But it's just stuff I like. I just certain stuff I like.
I'm sorry, I like it. I saw this, even if it didn't have the logo. I like the style. I like this kind of lens. So yeah.
Oma Oba Adepoju Ekabo Oma Oba Adepoju Ekabo. Okay, go ahead.
Kai, what do you have to say about Black Love?
Black.
Well, you know how I feel about that already. That's why I only have, my people on my platform. As simple as that. So any couple you're going to see on my platform, they have to look like us. Yeah, straight to the point. That's how it is. Yeah. So yeah, we really need to work on that. That's why we started all these, these discussions, because there are problems, there are things that we need to iron properly, and for us to be together. So we love our men. We want to take care of them. We want them also to treat us very, very well, because we deserve it. So that's we need to highlight that, and everyone out there that have some expertise when it comes to dating or relationship coaching, anything in that that field, use the platform. We are here to learn. So that's what I have to say for now.
Absolutely. Guys, hit that like button again. Hit that like button as you come into the chat room. We're going to do in about 10 minutes. Okay. We're going to open up the lines and we're going to call in and ask a question. But yeah, when I saw, so, when I was on your Facebook page trying to find a picture for the, for the thumbnail, I saw that jacket. Man, that jacket is fly as hell. I got it. Yeah.
It's really dope. I'm going to actually do a wardrobe change here really quick and put the other one on so they can see.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Don't take all day.
No, I'm just coming. I want to show the product.
Just a jacket. And Kai, what's your put the link to your site? Can you put it in the chat room? Are you able to type in the chat room?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, put the link. Again, everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us for this Black Love or Stay Single special from the UK. Well, I'm not in the UK, but Kai and Jenna, they're both in the UK. There we go. That's the pink joint.
This is the pink one.
Okay.
This one's very dope. It's got my star. This is my logo. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
I love wearing this one when I go see my niece. She loves my clothing. She's like, Auntie Gina, is that you? I'm like, yeah, that's Auntie Gina. So this one is this is for the ladies. I love pink, so I have a lot of pink styles on my website. This is the quad mask. Again, it has the 4 African mask on it. And then I have, I always got that logo going strong, the African Superstar. And then on the back, this is actually my varsity jacket. So I have my big star on the back.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
So again, all these designs, original designs, designed for you by me. And, just a creative way for us to be able to celebrate. This lets people know we're not with the coonery. You know what I'm saying? We are with each other. We are for each other. So, again, I also have backpacks for your children's school. I don't know how the school situation is going.
Yeah.
But I have some super dope backpacks on the website. So please go check them out, guys.
Kai, you have children. Are they going to start the schools in the UK? Are they going to have schools, or is it going
to one group, they asked them already to come, but it's not happening in this household. So she still carry on learning online.
Oh, okay.
So it's optional if you want to send them back or not.
Well, if you have certain things you can send to them to say you're not comfortable, they can't force you to send them.
Yeah, that's cool. That is definitely cool.
Somebody asked that Missy Elliott.
No, this is the African Superstar. Because today was a photo day, so I got to show y'all the little star in my hair. Y'all see that little star? Look at that. Hey. I'm studying so hard today. But we know how to respond to our people. We know what kind of stuff we like. Instead of always leaving it in the hands of other people to produce products for us, accommodate our styles, accommodate our sizes, we need to get in the driver's seat and take some initiative. So I think a lot of people have been very productive during this time. I've talked to several people and they're like, hey, this has been a great time for my business because I've been able to put a lot of energy into my products or whatever they're doing. uninterrupted. So yeah, so I'm so happy you got your shirt, Dynas. And he was nice and patient because it took, there you go. Look, and I designed it for the fellas. I
Well,
designed it for you guys in mind.
It took like what, 2 weeks? I mean, it's not bad because it's coming from
It
Europe.
wasn't bad, but it was delayed. It's normally
It's COVID.
normally
Yeah. It's COVID.
yeah, normally within a week you would get it. Some of the products take a little bit longer, like the bags, the bomber jackets.
So I need to holler at you after the show and find out who you're using as a vendor. But we'll talk after.
Yeah. Because I see. I mean, you use Teespring. How are they?
Yeah. But the thing is, with Teespring, you can't put your own. Like you got your own African Superstar.
Yeah,
logo.
I got the tag. I'm official, bro.
You do that with Teespring, so I gotta get with you because everywhere else they're like kind of shut down because of COVID. So I need to know how. We'll talk after the show. Guys. If you want to call in, I put my email in the chat of Uhuru at searchforhuru.com. Send me an email and I will send you the link and you could call in and
yeah, we want to hear from everyone in the chat.
Yeah. And again, guys, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff, family. All that good stuff. So Jenna,
yeah, all right. I was about to say, take the lead, bro. Take the lead.
Okay, I was gonna say. So what's next, Jenna? What's next? Like,
well, what's next is
did you listen to the show yesterday? Did you listen to the show at all yesterday?
I didn't see the show yesterday.
Yeah, okay. You didn't really miss.
I was busy yesterday. I was really busy yesterday. I had to recently. I had to move unexpectedly, so I've been really, so I do apologize because I do try to support your platform a lot.
We good. I'm not mad. I'm just asking you.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? I do like to come to your show a lot. So what's next for me essentially is I need to get to the continent. I have projects waiting for me there. I was actually due there in June. That was what I had planned on doing back in 2019 to again expand my textile business in Ghana. So I have custom tailors I work with, and I want to bring some new fresh designs with African print and stuff like that. I went out to Kenya in February to design some custom beading projects, which everything is just suspended because of Corona at this time. So I'm hoping at least before the winter, I don't want to spend the winter here.
Right.
So I'm hoping I can at least get out by September or something, and get back to Ghana and get stuff rolling. So that's what's next for me. In the meantime, I'm just trying to be as productive as possible during the time. Yeah.
Well, so Jenna, are you planning on moving back in pretty much? Are you getting a one-way ticket?
Yeah, I will be actually. Yeah, I will be. Yeah. I mean, originally the plan that I had was that I was going to maybe toggle between, for a little while to see how things were going. But in lieu of all this lockdown action, I think a lot of us that are kind of aware, we understand that another lockdown is going to come after this.
You think so?
Another absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically one of the best ways to hide things is in plain sight. So they've been giving us a blueprint about what they're going to do. Oh, there's going to be a second wave that's going to be worse than the first wave. We need these vaccines and all this stuff. I know your opinions on vaccines, Dynas, but so basically,
let me address that. I'm not anti-vaccine, but I'm not pro-vaccine. I'm just in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Right? I'm in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, basically, the way things are right now, they can't justify a huge influx in Corona. They have to allow us to move around to create this second wave. We do know they've been inflating a lot of the numbers. We really can't deduce what is accurate from the media because the information is inconsistent and we just don't know. But what we do know is in order for them to justify another more severe lockdown, the numbers have to be very, very large and inflated. They have to allow us to move around to do that. So when they open the borders, you know, I see that as probably a small window of time for those of us that are trying to move on. You know, I was already in process of doing this. I was thinking I would just travel back and forth maybe every 6 months, but during Corona, I have been preparing to go there for the foreseeable future. And you know, if I'm wrong, that's even better. You know, if things calm down and I'm able to travel more often, that's fine. But I'm just taking the mindset that, you know, I have one more trip to make and I just want to take it to the continent. So I do intend to make my trip a one-way ticket when I go.
Mm. And what's next for you, Kai, my sister Kai? Right, shout out to Kai. Kai, listen, when I'm in Togo, Kai takes care of me. Shout out to Kai when I'm in Togo.
I love your outfit too, Kai. It's beautiful. Is that Kente?
Thanks, Gina. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Well, next in store, what is next in store? To start with, obviously, I want the business to expand. I'm working on that every single day. So all the supports from you guys are needed. And then my love is to promote Black-owned businesses. Whilst I'm doing mine, I believe, you know, it's not about me only, it's about us. So that's why I'm very inclusive when it comes to promoting our product. So I want, you know, the brothers and sisters on the continent to have the same mindset on supporting, you know, local businesses, Black-owned businesses. Because the reason why I hammer a lot on that is because maybe you guys know this story, but in Togo, there are ladies called Nana Benz. Those days, they are wealthy business women. So the thing that happened is because they were selling this kind of prints, but the prints they were selling at that time was coming from Holland. Right, so we end up closing our own factories to promote the, you know, the was from Holland. That's what it was called. Though they make lots of money, they were able to help, you know, less privileged children. You know, they will adopt them and all that. We didn't, you know, when I say we, those prints that they were selling was only building another country. Right. And later on, we have to you know, to say, well, close down the factory we have, the textile factory we have on the, you know, in Togo. So that's why I know people have amazing plans, you know, the brothers and sisters in the diaspora for the continent. But at the same time, if we don't encourage and explain certain things to our brothers and sisters on the continent, history going to repeat itself again. Right. Because there are other forces, other people already on the continent that are well established, not for our good, but for their own good. So people like us, when we go out there to say, okay, we want to actually create jobs and all that, if our people don't support us, we end up closing the same way. Yeah. Right. So those Nana Benz, like I was saying, they, you know, they are well known in Africa those days. They call them Nana Benz because that's the car they were using those days. And again, it's promoting another country again. So that's something that I'm so passionate about, because if we are talking about, you know, generational wealth and all those things, we have to teach people. Let's just put it like that. Our mindset have to be different. So it's something I really want to be able to go different countries on the continent and, you know, not educate, but explain the importance of us supporting Black-owned businesses. And obviously in the future, God willing, you know, what will happen. And yeah, I'll be much happier when I'm, you know, when I finally meet the person I'm supposed to be with. Yeah. So those are the plan on the table.
Everyone, hit that like button and share the content. And I guess no one wants to call in, but that's okay. That's okay.
What? I can't believe it. This is amazing.
Yeah, people calling in. All right.
But there was one question, you know, a very good question yesterday.
Go ahead.
When someone asks, okay, if a guy is not working, can he date? So what do you guys think about that?
Okay, Jenna, let me ask you this. Here we go, Jenna. I'm gonna ask you this. So that was a good question. We had some mixed answers from women, and some men were like, if a guy is not work, okay, here we go. Here we go, Jenna. Here we go. Will you marry down if the man has vision and work ethic? Like if he has a vision, if he has a work ethic, and he treats you good, but his assets and finances don't match yours, will you marry down?
Yeah, I mean, I personally would, because it's about the potential of that person, but most importantly, it's about what they're displaying. Because for instance, all of us here on this panel, we are all entrepreneurs, and when you get started, you may not have all of, you may not be established, but a lot of those people go on to be very successful. Now, if the person is not working and they don't really have any ambition, and they're just kind of like, let's live off benefits, let's live at your mom's house, and they're just not really driven, that's different. A little bit of background information. My significant other currently, he's a photographer in Ghana. And he's not, the most richest man, but I see the drive in him, and I admire that. And in a way, sometimes people that are employees, and there's nothing wrong with employees. I mean, everyone's not an entrepreneur and things like that. But a lot of times, some people, they are in a follower's mentality. They do the same routine. They don't think outside the box. So that's one thing that I think entrepreneurs have an edge, because we have a different vision. Like for instance, I've also just gotten started, last year as far as my website, but I do know there's a lot of potential there, but it is contingent on my efforts, what I put in and all that stuff to get it rolling. So I particularly would, I've had the experience of dating someone who, actually my ex-husband is a pharmacist. So he was the kind of individual where he had the stable, well-paying job, and I didn't have to deal with the final, but he was not emotionally available, and I really need that. So in the case of
okay, it's funny you said that, because I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, that he wasn't emotionally available because, like, for example, I'll use me as an example. When I was working in corporate America, there was a time where I was so miserable and busy that I just, like I would come home, I didn't want to deal with nothing. I wanted
the
to
routine.
Eat. Yeah, I just leave me alone. I was basically living for Africa. Like here, I was just a zombie in America, living for Africa. I wasn't emotionally available, but now I'm so happy, and it even like kind of like even the relationship between me and my son has improved a whole lot better, because when I first came here, I was just so, oh my God, I gotta feed my son. 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 I wasn't emotionally available, because it's like, okay, food is on the table. What else do you want from me?
Our responsibilities,
Yeah. I mean, I'm just being serious. Like I was like that for a second, but now
I mean, it usually, and if women are honest, usually that comes along with the provider guy. Sometimes, like you said, he may have less time available for you and your family, because he's out there working so hard, or maybe he travels a lot, or the demands are very high. For me personally, I don't mind holding some weight in the relationship, so that I can also enjoy more of my partner. For me, relationships, I've stated this to you before. For me, relationships are very much about companionship. I want a partner. I don't just want a roommate, or I don't want, I don't want that. I want somebody, if I'm late coming home from work, they actually know my schedule. They're going to call and check, or someone, who is emotionally connected to me. And I'm not saying that you can't have a combination of both, but just in my personal life, it's been either or. Either you have this man who, is a self-made man, and he's not really available for you emotionally, and he doesn't feel like he needs to be, because fiscally he's paying the bills. He takes care of your
Gina, that's how I wasn't in a relationship at the time. But that's how I felt when it came. You know, I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
it's like I'm doing my share.
Everybody, like, I'm paying the bills. Everybody's eating. What do you like? When have you ever seen a Tyrese video when he was crying? What do you want from me? Like, I was like, what do you want from me?
Right. And I even have I have a girlfriend. I see the gentleman there, but I have a girlfriend that migrated from Ohio to Ghana last summer, and her husband was an engineer in the States. And now he's doing agriculture in Ghana. And she said that he's just so happy, you know, like he feels so fulfilled. You know, he does a hard day's work and goes out on the farm, but he feels like he's doing so much more, you know, and I personally, because I am interested in my partner also enjoying the quality of their life. For me, life is about the quality of life. So when you see your partner being able to flourish and you see they're not stressed out and you know they're more fun, or you can even observe more about their character. Like, wow, I didn't know you were into farming. I didn't know you were a painter or writer. You know, all these things that we aren't able to really explore because of the busyness of that corporate environment, you know. So I personally, you know, I'm actually doing that. You know, I'm actually dating someone who, you know, even sometimes just like, you know, it's amazing that you know, we found each other, because I would think that you would be the kind of woman that would want something else, but I'm very interested in, you know, establishing that strong bond and everything with my partner. So I can definitely take someone who's blue collar or, you know, working his way up. You know, that's fine for me. So
hey, we have Owusu.
Hey, yo, what's good, Dynus? AfrikanSuperstar, what's going on?
Edison.
Good. So yeah, I just want to come on here real quick. I'm not gonna take too much of y'all's time, but Dynus, when you going to marry a Nigerian woman, man?
I mean, you got one for me?
No, I don't. But I mean,
I am working on something right now as we speak. So you know, I'm still working on it. You know,
negotiation.
Hopefully it'll work out. You know, but I'm praying about it and working on it and trying to remend and fix and so. That's
all right, man. No pressure. I mean, I'm still trying to find myself an African woman. I'm a Black American, so I'm trying to find an African woman too. But I mean, from my experience on the continent, it's not, from being a Black American, it's not really that much of an issue. But yeah. So I mean, whenever they open these, because of COVID, whenever they open the what's it called again? Shit, I'm losing my mind. Whenever they open the gates back up again, I'm going back out to Sierra Leone. I got to. That's home for me. Yeah. My noma's name's Owusu, but I mean, you know, I'm a Black American.
That's why I was speaking Tree to you, because I just assumed you're a Ghanaian, but
yeah, the name, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a Ghanaian.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Ghanaian, it's Ashanti. But I mean, there's Ghanaians in Sierra Leone, right? Ghanaians, you've been there.
Well, Sierra Leone. So basically, captured slaves. So when the slavery was banned by the British in Africa back in like 18, I forgot the year, they would intercept illicit cargo or slave ships in Sierra Leone. That's where they would bring them and free them, in Sierra Leone. So it's great. See, this is what I tell Black Americans. Liberia and Sierra Leone, you're gonna get like that Afro fusion, because it's a mixture of everything. Because like I said, when they brought in the stolen cargo and they let them out in Sierra Leone, everybody just mixed. So you have the Yoruba communities, the Ashanti communities, Igbo communities, and of course the local Mende and Fula, and then you have the Creole people, who are pretty much the Black Americans who fought for the British. And at the end of the Civil War, when the British lost, they went to Canada, then they went to the UK, and then they came to Sierra Leone. So you have like this mixture of everything, and it's beautiful. And then Sierra Leone is oh God, the Freetown so beautiful. But
yeah, that's why I picked it.
Mm-hmm. I saw your video on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the reason why I picked it. I was planning on going in March, but of course COVID happened, so that took away from that. So hopefully, I'm hoping by next year, 2021, that'll be my trip going to back home. Finally.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to go to Nigeria next month, but we'll see how that plays out. But I gotta get to Nigeria. I have to get to Nigeria and Sierra Leone before the year's over. But this whole COVID thing, man, is really
I know it's killing everybody's plans, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Africa Day got canceled, I was like, man, because I was supposed to speak over there. I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
they need to wrap it. It needs to wrap up but a little birdie told me, next month it's hopefully the borders are open. I know one of my friends.
August 1st.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So I'm hoping.
Okay.
I'm preparing for that.
Bro, I got a plan B. So, Donis, are you gonna do a straight shot? Because I know African Superstar, you said that you're gonna just do a one-way ticket going back to Ghana. So, Donis, you gonna do the same thing, or?
Well, I got a family here, so I want to put the family unit together. Then we go. So, one shot.
Okay. Makes sense. But yeah, that's all I wanted to come on here and say. I mean, thanks for living on the show, Donis. Got to go in a little bit.
No problem, brother.
Thanks for calling in. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Africa Unite. I'm about to send you the link right now. Africa Unite. I just sent you the link. All right, peace. So I'm looking forward to getting back to the Kai, when you go back to Togo?
Yeah. Once everything is clear, I'm very, very particular about jumping into things. I always take my time. So once the road is clear, I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to.
So just let me know, because what I'll do, instead of flying Delta, I'll fly Ethiopian and come into Lome, and then
I know, Dennis. Yeah, I know.
Let me know, and then I'll go Nigeria or Sierra Leone. I'll go somewhere else. Yeah. So I'll figure it out. But I sent the link to Africa Unite. I just sent you the link, so we're waiting. We're waiting on you. And guys, make sure you hit that like button and go get some of Kai Jenna's.
That is another good.
Yeah. Black love or stay single, and the black love or die trying. I'm gonna make sure them will be up.
Wow, that's another good one.
The next 48 hours, it'll be up in the next 48 hours.
That's a really good logo though. That's very good.
Yeah.
So who is putting the app? Who is putting the app?
See yourself, man. See how you are.
What?
You're supposed to be promoting my shirt, but see yourself.
No. I got your shirt on. This is your shirt.
I know. But now you're gonna have a hot. We're gonna have some healthy, friendly family competition.
Listen, there is enough for everybody. I'm
telling you. I look forward to seeing what you come up with though, because I did check out your designs and they're hot. I like the Africa is the future shirt you be wearing. It's nice.
Yeah. So let's see here. There aren't any good. Well, Delta is expensive as hell right now, so there's really that many good flight deals.
It's really hard to plan because in my case, I mean, I know you got that Nigerian passport. I think you could probably travel though now because a friend of mine last week that lives in Switzerland is traveling next week to Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's also Nigerian, so I'm pretty sure with your passport you could probably go already.
Yeah, I probably could, but like I said, August I'm rolling.
But see, I have to get a visa because I haven't got my passport yet.
Are the embassies open yet or no?
No, that's the problem. Is like I can't really, even if it opens up tomorrow, I can't just Ghana doesn't have visas on arrival, so I need. They
did for the so they stopped it. They had it for the year of return.
No, they had like kind of a provisional one for the year of return. And basically, you had to get kind of how they had in Nigeria. You had to get that approval letter first.
Okay.
Yeah. So you still have to get it from the embassy.
Okay. Africa Unite, you're on. Africa Unite.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey.
How you all doing? African Unite.
Hello.
The Diaspora Channel. How are you all doing?
Well, thank
you so much for having me, Dinus.
Yeah.
I just want to add my sense. I'm not going to take much of your time, but I want to talk about you guys are really doing a great job
Thank
because
you.
telling our story is very important. Telling our history is very important, especially in this time and day, because for centuries or decades we've allowed mainstream media to define us as a people. But
Mhm.
now seeing you guys, it's really inspiring that you all are out there and then you're putting Africa on the map, like, telling our story, telling our history, not giving the mainstream media the chance, to do it anymore. So that's a really big thing. And I do appreciate you all for that.
Mhm.
But
Thank
again,
you.
this is to the diaspora channel. This is for you. I just you said something about um educating the people in the continent so
Mm,
history does not repeat itself.
mm,
I just want to say I do not agree with the word history does not repeat itself, because I don't think that history repeat itself. It's just ignorant people who repeats history.
mm,
and
Mm.
and um and for us to change that, I think
mm.
ignorance has to be replaced with knowledge.
Knowledge. I
Mm.
agree with that.
So I mean, we know the history, but it is our responsibility not to repeat it.
Mm,
Yeah,
Not
that's
history. History
very
can't repeat itself. That's why it's called history. It's done.
mm, mm,
So what I'm trying to say is that we are talking about black love, black
mm,
businesses, and all that.
mhm,
You know, but we should really, really look in depth, inwardly, right, as
mm,
regards who we are in ourselves and our actions,
mm.
right? Because I just want to give an example because I've been around Chinese. I just want
Right.
to give this example, right? So I've been around Chinese. I've observed them.
Mm,
I've learned from them, and I just want to share this inspiring aspect that I think it should be very, very helpful to us as a black people, because we need to copy it.
mm.
It is not enough for us to just say, oh, we don't like the Chinese. There is something that they have that we need to behave like that also. And that has
mm,
to, like, let me share my experience, right, with the Chinese, and I think it's going to help us. Now, in Europe, where I live, I see this Chinese. I call them the Chinese hustlers or hustle immigrants, right?
mm,
They come into a particular country, right? Of course, they've studied the country, they've done their research, and all of those things. So when they come, they already come with their clothing, shoes, everything from China.
mm,
Mm.
You won't catch them buying anything from that country.
That's
Nothing.
true.
mm,
The least they will buy is something that is really, really very and they will calculate the years they're going to live there, and those things they are bringing from China is going to sustain them,
Wow.
and they're very, very economical about spending,
mhm,
right? And then when they come, a Chinese is going to like look for an apartment. Now this is very important. They will look for an apartment and they're going to invite 10, 15 other Chinese to come live with them. Let's say the bill, the accommodation is $500 or $400. Now split it among 10, 15, and see how much each is paying, because
mhm,
they
Mm.
know they're not staying there they're staying there just for a while, and they're business minded. They know their goal, they set their goals, and they're going for it.
mm,
Now, when they live there, they split the bills, they cook. You will not catch them. And if they can cook after they come back from their businesses, they go and patronize a
The Chinese
Chinese
restaurant. Go to
restaurant.
Chinese restaurant. Right. That's everywhere. Yup.
I want you to understand this. And then you don't see them buying cars. They use public transport. And then they do these things, right? So we go to, like, I see our black men and women, we are
mm,
all in the Chinese restaurant eating. I asked one of these Chinese close friend of mine. I said, let's go to an African restaurant. There's
Hell
just
no.
one that open.
Hell
He,
no.
listen to what she said. She said, I'm so sorry. I don't know the food. It's not good for me, my body, my health. I said, okay. I said to myself, oh, how have you been so stupid? So I should be the one to be going to Chinese restaurant and be patronizing, right? And then I stopped. I stopped totally. That ended it, right? I refused from that day to patronize anything Chinese. I only go to African or Black owned businesses to patronize. I did it consciously and deliberately.
You know what?
We have the mindset. We have the mindset that, oh, you should get what you want, purchase what you want, is your life, is your money. No. Because listen to this.
Don't agree with that.
See the effect of what we do, right? We give our money to them. You see, the Chinese are very humble when it comes to business and cost. Like when it comes to their cost, like their services, right? How they offer it. They bow down. They humble themselves. They are not bowing down to you as a Black person, but to your pockets.
All of them.
To that money. They need it. That's all they see. That's all they respect. They don't see you. Right. So when you enter and they bow down and they do all those things, they have zero respect for you. But they want that money, and once they get the money, to hell with you. And then when we've been giving them our money, and now they're so big that they've economically and otherwise we've fed them to the point that they have come back to oppress us. I want you to get this now. They're oppressing us, and all we are only shouting and saying, oh, they're doing this, but we are the problems. Why? Because we are the ones going to patronize, give them, do everything for them to make them who they are today. Hence, they have the power. Because if you have the wealth, the money, the economic power and freedom, you're in charge and you're in control.
Right.
So we need to change a lot of things in our minds, right? Our mindset. And also, I want to add, as regards to repatriation, right? Black Americans repatriating to the continent, right? So what we need to do is that what I'm asking for is that Black Americans have been asking all their lives and nothing has changed, right? You've been asking for inclusion in the States. What have they done? Nothing. So I'm not asking you guys to come and ask the African leaders. You should demand forcefully. It is a demand you must make. And search for those who are woke enough in Africa to support that movement. You invade, just like the Chinese and other countries are invading Africa, and they're taking. We are not free. We are still under slavery. The continent is not free, and we have puppet and sellout leaders. So don't expect them to throw a party and say welcome back home and all of the. No, we need fighters as well too. We need people who are ready to do something. So when the African rulers, they're not leaders. You take them by surprise. You invade. You don't come in one, in twos, in threes. No, you're coming in your thousands and hundreds. So there should be a group and a platform. Those who wants to repatriate, let's come together. Even if it is taking a flight, we are all taking this flight together, and we are bumping into one God. We are entering, and then we are taking back what belongs to us. Citizenship should not be negotiated. Should not be something that should be debated.
I agree with that.
Are you seeing this?
I love what you have had to say. I would actually like to invite you to my platform sometime, because I've actually been very curious to know. I'm not close with any Chinese people. I basically, if they're not other African people or other Black people, I don't associate. But I have been very curious to know their secrets. So I would love to.
I have a lot. Yes, I have a lot about them, and especially their secret, right? I have a lot. So, one thing is that we as Black people, again, this is one secret of this Chinese, right? We as Black people, we tend not to live together. especially in Europe. You're coming there to hustle, but you buy apartments. Are you silly? The Chinese rent and invite other Chinese and they split the bill.
Mm.
So why can't you go and meet a brother and a sister and say, come, let's live together and split the bill? Why are you paying so much and giving the West all that you have, you're working so hard to get? What are you investing? We're talking about generational legacies. We're not talking about just something that, just being okay and just, having enough. Listen, if we don't change the actions of our generation today, our future generation will definitely suffer our actions, their actions, and our ancestors' actions, because our ancestors, they failed in their decision and they didn't solve a lot of problems, and that's what we are facing today. And and we are also, in addition to our own problems in this time, yeah. And guess how the future generation, three problems, three, their
Yeah.
problems, our problem, and our ancestors' problem. They're going to, face all these things, and it's going to be hectic. So we need to solve these issues once and for all. There's no time to be, just be talking. We have a lot of brainwashed people in Africa, right? We have a lot. I was once brainwashed, but I need to sit down here and do my research. I need to sit down and talk to myself. I need to sit down, and because I don't just want to any man who is not ready to build legacy. I don't want you.
Holla.
I'm all about building. You understand? We need to build. And until I see that blacks are in total control of all our natural resources in Africa, we are still under slavery.
Mm.
Until I see that we are in total control of all the companies, the businesses, we are still under slavery. Nothing has changed. And Black Americans, be prepared. Because you have to, reprogram your minds. If you're coming to the country, do you want to come and subject yourself to these sellout leaders? Because every decision they make will affect you, and you don't want to deal with that. So we need to demand for change, and we need to fight, because we are right now, currently, we are at war. This is war going on right here. So we need to unite. We need to unite. I have a channel I just opened, but I've not started uploading, but I'm doing videos, right? It's called the African Unite Force.
Okay.
And that's the force I'm talking about.
Later you can put it in the chat, please.
Okay, I don't know how to do that here, but I'll try.
You said the Africa Unite Force or United Force?
The African Unite Force.
Okay.
So the African is K, not C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And also, I want us to have this mindset that, don't see yourself as a Ghanaian or as a Congolese or as a Nigerian. No, when you do that, you are still, you're still under that colonial mindset, 1884 to 1885 in Berlin. So the thing, that's an artificial border.
You know
right?
what's funny? What's funny? When I was in it's funny. I was in Togo with Kai's brother and her friend, and then Kai's brother's friend. We're in Togo, and he was telling me the story like literally. So Togo borders Ghana, and literally there were. Well, at that time they weren't Togolese or Ghanaians yet.
No.
But they would be in their backyard, and here comes a white man that just comes and walks right through and draws a line and says, "Okay, now you're in Ghana, and this other side is Togo," right through their backyard. And that's how we got Ghanaians and Togolese.
Yeah. Again, so when we call ourselves, because I do not refer to myself as the country where I'm from in Africa. I just refer to myself as an African, right? I don't want anybody addressing me. What?
What country are you from? What country are you from? Just out of curiosity.
I'm Nigerian.
What part?
From the south east.
Okay. Anambra. Okay, go ahead.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I don't want to be called a Nigerian because when you say that to me, not because I'm ashamed of my land or where I'm originally from, is because of the colonial name. I don't want to. I have changed my name, those English name, to more traditional African traditional name. I do not
Same
want to be
here.
referred to as that because you have to take conscious decision,
Mm.
and action speaks louder than words. So it's not just about saying it. I apply these things. I do it. So that's what we need. We need application. People applying these things, right? So what I'm saying is that let's stop asking, right? The asking is too much. We need to demand. You can ask your oppressor to set you free. They won't.
Right.
Right.
You demand it. You demand for it. And then we do not need black people, and some black people, not all. I don't want to generalize, right? Because we have an amazing black people out there. What I don't want is that what we should watch out for is quote unquote white people in black skin. I don't know if I'm making sense, or in
Oh
dark
yeah,
skin.
a lot
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Now these people, and also these people are very dangerous, very, very dangerous. So in doing this movement, we need to watch out for those people, those set of people, because you cannot refer to them as the same as us because their motives, everything about them is different. They're Europeans. I call them Europeans. So don't you come, you cannot just, come and say, oh, we are the same color. No, your mindset is different. Your approaches are different. What you stand for is different against the black community. So what am I doing with you? I don't see you as a black person at this point in time. You just happen to have melanin, and that's all. So what I'm saying again, there are other people who are still sleeping, right? Those set of people are those who say, oh, now let me talk. Some of them, these black Americans, they say, oh, Africans don't like us. Oh, this baby is always crying when it should be, coming repatriating back to the continent is not for everybody. There are some who wants to live in America, fine, it's good and fine, stay there. Those who wants to come back, and for those Africans who wants to run to the continent, through the Mediterranean Sea, we are going to, catch them and flog them and send them back. I mean, we need we don't need, like, for me, the West, Europe and the West is not for me. Honestly, it's not for me. I've been there, but it's not for me. It's not my. I cannot. My spirit, everything does not resonate. I can't live there. It's not for me. Any person
Not
who
for
wants to tell me
us.
that, any man who tell me that, oh, we have to be. I say, okay. When you go there, look for the right person that will you build your life with. I'm going to build legacy for my children and their future generation, and like that. I'm not here to play games. We need change, and we need it urgently because we are losing ourselves. We've been through so much. So we need all the warriors, people who will fight and all of this. We need these people. They're very important. There are some who are there, they just want to promote. It's okay. It's fine. But we need every bit of the characters to make the puzzle fit.
Mm.
Nothing is a waste. Every human beings are important. So we need one another, and we should support each other. It is very important. When you see a brother, sister struggling, don't go and rant. Help if you can.
Mm.
That's the only way we can go about changing and bringing. And we need to see change. So these African leaders, rulers, right? Because they're all about, working for the West. They're all about themselves. They're all about their families. But what they don't know is that their family legacy, when they die, things will not remain the same, right?
Mm.
And their children and all these things will suffer because things will change. Either they will recolonize them or something will happen.
Mm.
But we have the opportunity now to stop it. We have the opportunity now to put things in place now because there is no time. We don't want people who are crawling. We are sick of this type of people. Some people, you leave them behind, because you can't bring everybody along. You can't carry everybody along, right? So we need to come together and identify with the forces, like with those people. And listen, our spirituality is very important, right? Some of these African rulers, they're using they're using this African spirituality, in a negative way to control
Right. And they go to
the
church on
people.
Sundays. Yeah,
I
yeah,
want you to know this.
yeah.
So what they're doing is not ordinary. No, I'm not. In fact, I was once a Christian, right? Indoctrinated and all that, of white Jesus and all of those things. But should I say that it my fault? Yes, it's my fault in this present day and time to keep on saying, oh, these Africans are indoctrinated. When are they going to wake up? When are these Africans, some of them, when are they going to wake up? And they keep giving the excuses that, oh, they've been indoctrinated. I understand the trauma, I understand everything, but we need action. We need to work. We need to do something right now, right? So we need to put our resources together. So when you see a leader who is coming out to put his life or his or herself, like the African Superstar is doing, like Dynasty is doing, and you, the Diaspora channel, right? Listen to this secret now. I'll tell you about this, okay? Now, this secret is that we don't have people who are like this rich people, right? Both in the black and in the diaspora, who protect such people. They don't protect those people. So when you're putting your life there, where is the security, protection that you're getting? Where are those people sponsoring, those people who believe in the dream and in the vision for freedom, right? Are they protecting you by releasing those money? Because we need that money to protect these people. They are very important. You can't just decide they will die. So when they die, we say, oh, we start giving excuses. We need to do the same as the West is doing, because the West protect, they have their people. I don't want to call some things, right? They protect this set of people. They have people who backs them up, right? Who are there to make sure that they are well fed. They do everything financially. They should not be worrying about anything, so that they will be focusing on the goals. Because when you start thinking about all these things, how you're going to get this done, how you're going to, and you're not getting help from anywhere, we need a connective force. We should not stay disconnected. Information is very important. Information is very important.
Very good points.
So we need to stay connected. So that's all I want to say. Thank you so much for giving me the platform. I'm really grateful.
You cover a lot.
I'd love to have you on my platform sometime, to talk about the Chinese, if you don't mind. So
I don't mind.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you so much. We want to know more. And the fact that you highlighted those things that happened before, we don't want the same thing to happen again. That's where people need education. So we know it's not everyone that is ready to move back to the continent. That is a fact. But we work with the people that are ready. And at the same time, let's just put the word out there. We need to educate our brothers and sisters on the other side about the reality of things.
I agree.
So it's only when we come together we can, everyone have a specific role to play.
Yeah.
And together, we come together. That will be the only way we can solve the problem. Obviously, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be next year.
Oh,
but
no.
As long as we are working on it consistently, and then protecting the people in front, like you say, that is a very, very important aspect to look at as well. We need to do that. We need to do that.
And also, just let me add to what you said, right? In sending out information or educating the people, let us always make sure we get our facts right. is very important, right? And giving the right information, right? We should always give the right information. Is very important. Okay, so I'm really thankful. Thank you so much for having me
Thank
once again,
you.
Dinus.
No
You're
problem.
doing a great job, Dinus. I'm
Thank you.
subscribed to your channel and the African Unite channel as well, but
Right.
the Diaspora channel, okay, I will subscribe right now.
Just
Um,
put your email in the chat for
yeah.
now, because and the name of your upcoming channel. Put those two things in the chat, please. And thanks so much for calling in.
Okay, my email, Dinus, please, can you put it because you have it?
Yeah,
Because right now
I'll put it in the chat right now. I'll do it right now.
all right, thank you.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and close out. We'll start with you, Gina. Anything you'd like to share in closing?
Well, I mean, that was very powerful what she had to say, and I think it's excellent. Thank you for calling in Africans Unite. Once again, thank you, brother, for your support. Thank you for this opportunity to share my product with your audience, and I'm happy you love the shirt. It's great to see you again, Kai. And basically, this message was about Black love or stay single, promoting Black love, promoting Black relationships. We must team up, and just like Africans Unite, we don't want to keep repeating practices that are destroying our community and impacting our community negatively. So we have to consciously make choices. We have to consciously choose our own people for relationships and business and these kind of things. These are tips of what the Chinese are doing, and we see they have a very tight-knit community. We want to reestablish our community, then we can learn some of those things and people that have that knowledge to share. So really grateful for the show. It was fun seeing you and having this opportunity. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. I see some of you guys in the audience. If you're not a member of my platform, I do welcome you to come over. We are very close to 5K. That is our upcoming goal. So I have been posting my link in the chat room. Also, if you did want to get some Black Lover Stay Single merchandise, it is available exclusively at my website, which is www.theafrican with a K, AfrikanSuperstar.com. TheAfrikanSuperstar.com. All these items are made to order. So when you purchase them, they're made just for you. So it's like custom products. So please, you can support me and support Black love and, purchase it for you and your partner, wear something fresh. Everybody's going to trust me. People have been complimenting those of my customers, like, where did you get that? So definitely a product that you can be proud of. I'm proud of it. And I welcome you guys to come on over to my website and over to my platform.
All right, Kai, go ahead. Close us out.
Oh, yeah, this discussion, we need to carry on with it. And the more we have different people on the platform to share with us what they can do to support what we are doing, because obviously we want to bring ideas, but we want to see those things actually happening. And so whatever skill you have out there and you can play a role, you can be part of this to bring the change needed here on the diaspora and then on the continent. We need all your support. And I know people were asking yesterday about how they can contact me. I put my Instagram in the chat, and my YouTube channel is the Diaspora channel. And we encourage everyone to follow me on the Buy Black First UK page. That's where I promote Black-owned businesses. We need the money, we need the funds to do the things that we want to do. And it's by us coming together and supporting our businesses, we will be able to achieve those things. So please, if you're a Black-owned business owner out there, just email me at the diaspora channel at gmail.com, and then I'll have you on the platform so you can have the opportunity to share with the viewers what you do or what product you're selling. And my website is maisonmuka.co.uk. So if you love African prints like myself, then that's the right place to go, and other product as well, accessories and faith inspire clothing. So yeah, just check that out. And again, thanks everyone for joining the chat. It's been so fun. So we're going to do it again. We are here to find solutions and change things around, and Black love all the way. So thanks, Diners. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, and subscribe. Go to dynastymirror.com, buy some gear. Go to AfrikanSuperstar.com. Support the Takai, Black love, or stay single. Until next time, family. Peace.